الأهداف the objectives. Number 1 to identify active and passive sentences. Number 2 to change sentences from the present continuous active to passive correctly. Number 3 to change sentences from past continuous active to passive correctly. First of all, we want to revise the present and the past continuous. Please read the following sentences and decide whether they are present continuous or past continuous. Look at sentence number 1. Ahmad is playing football now. As you can see, there are two verbs in it. Is playing. This is the verb phrase. We have two verbs. The auxiliary verb is can only be used with the present. And then it's followed by an ing verb. So it is a present continuous sentence. Look at 2. The children were sleeping when their dad left the house. Look at the verb phrase. We have two verbs. Were, sleeping. Were is used in the past, so it's a past continuous verb phrase. Number 3. At 9 o'clock yesterday, I was driving to work. We have also two verbs. Was, driving. Was is a verb can be used in the past, so it is a past continuous. Number 4. I am having lunch now. Can you call later? We have also two verbs. Am, having. Am is a present verb, so it is a present continuous sentence. Number 5. We aren't doing anything. We have two verbs. Are, doing. Are is a present, so it is a present continuous sentence. Now let's look at the rules. The present continuous, we can use the auxiliary is for singular, are for plural, and am for I. After the auxiliary comes the main verb. The main verb must be in the ing form. The rule for the past continuous, we can use the auxiliary was for singular, were for plural, plus the ing form. Let's revise active voice and passive voice. Look at the following sentence and decide whether it is active or passive voice. The boy is watching a movie. As we can see, the subject is at the beginning of the sentence, so it is an active voice sentence. The verb phrase is watching is a present continuous, so it is a present continuous active sentence. Let's try to remember how can we change a present continuous active sentence to passive. We have three main steps. Number 1, we should put the object first. As you can see, we moved the object a movie to the beginning of the passive voice sentence. Now we work on the verb phrase. We choose the suitable auxiliary to match the object. If the object is singular, we use is. If plural, we choose are. And if the object is the pronoun I, we use am. We add the verb being after the auxiliary, then we use the main verb in the past participle form. Here the object is singular, so we have used is. Then we added being. Then we used the past participle form of the main verb watch, so it became watched. The final step, if the subject is important and it gives us extra information, we use it at the end of the sentence. We add the word by before it. And now, after studying the previous steps, please choose the correct answer to make the rule of changing a present continuous active sentence to passive. As you can see, the correct rule is choice C. We use is, am, or are, then being, then past participle of the main verb. Please use the rule to change the following sentence from active to passive. And as you can see, it's a present continuous active sentence. In this sentence, the government is building a new playground. As you can see, the subject is the government, the verb phrase is building, a new playground is the object. First, we move the object to the beginning. Then, we use the rule to change the verb phrase. We use the auxiliary is because a new playground is singular. Then we added the verb being. Finally, we use the past participle of the verb build, which is built. In this sentence, the subject gives us extra information, so we put it at the end of the sentence after the word by, as you can see. Now let's try to find the differences between changing present and past active sentences to the passive voice. As you can see, the only difference is in the auxiliary verbs. Instead of using is, am, or are in the present continuous, we use was or were in the past continuous. Was is used for the pronoun I and all singular nouns and pronouns, whereas the auxiliary were is used with plural nouns and pronouns. Please use the previously mentioned rule and steps to change the following sentence from the past continuous active to the passive voice. The steps are the same. The only difference is that we use the auxiliary was to talk about the past. For more practice, please change the following sentences from the active to the passive. As you can clearly see, they are past continuous sentences. The correct answer is, the job was being made easier by modern technology. Please check your work. As for the second sentence, the correct answer is, fish were being caught everywhere. As you can see, we don't use the subject because it doesn't give us an extra information, so it is not important. The final assessment. Please choose the correct answer for the following sentences. If the active sentence is Sammy is eating lunch now, the passive would be lunch is, are, or am being eaten by Sammy. Number 2. My dad was feeding the horses. The passive would be the horses was or were being fed. Number 3. I am painting my new house. The passive, my new house is, are, or am being painted. Number 4. People were catching fish everywhere. The passive, fish are or were being caught. Number 5. She were not building houses. The passive, houses weren't being built. Thank you.